All right. Y'all already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all I was gonna come with it before the trial starts next week. Like actually starts. They're right now they're doing jury selection. And I got my boy, what I'm saying, the guy, what I'm saying, Lawyers for Workers. Definitely go follow him. His links will be in the description down below. Yeah, without further ado. Yeah, let's get up to date. Let's get up to date, and then I have some information for y'all as well.
The YSL trial is underway. Let's watch this from the judge.
You may think you know a little bit about this case, but it would be a violation for you to discuss this case amongst yourselves while you're sitting here, while you're going to the bathroom, when you get released to go to your vehicles, in small groups, when you come home, when you're coming in, when you're going up the elevator. It will be a violation for you to discuss this matter until such time as I authorize you to do that. Now, you're probably saying, he'll never know. Bump him. Oh, I find out because people tend to snitch on one another. And then, I didn't ask you all for your comments. Mistaken. It's very unprofessional. But people tell on one another.
The judge knew he messed up, and he responds by lashing out at the people who are responding to him messing up. As a judge, you're supposed to be impartial. You're not supposed to be signaling to the jury in any way, shape, or form how you come out on the ultimate question, which is the guilt of the defendants. In your first couple of statements to these jurors, if you use the word snitch and then you start saying things like, hey, people tend to snitch. It happens. It always comes out. What are you suggesting? You're suggesting that in a case where cooperators are present, that's an indication of
he could get a mistrial for that.
Use that word. He knows he's not supposed to use that word. I hope that the defense is actively. I can't believe they did that. I really hope the defense is actively employing attorneys who are constitutional lawyers, people who look at due process, people who consider issues like how do you present a trial with this many witnesses to a jury? How do you present a trial where this much information has been leaked out to the media by the prosecutors on purpose? How do you present a trial when so much of the evidence is extracted under the threat of infinite detention, indefinite detention? How do you go forward with the trial when in just the first couple of statements to jurors, the judge is out here talking about, hey, people always snitch? I hope that there are constitutional lawyers and scholars being employed by the defense looking at these issues. We'll follow on along with the rest of the YSL trial. Snitching, just go ahead, throw that word.
All right, cool. So that's the boy, Lawyers for Workers. Y'all already know what it is. Definitely go tap in with him. So anyway, definitely go sub to him too. With that being said, all right. Oh, I shouldn't have unsubbed from him now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, I'm gonna go resub to him. I was trying to save some money. Honestly, it was $3. I'm being petty. The thing is, one, he brought up a very good point. You are not supposed to signal to the jury anything, okay? You're as a judge, you're just supposed to give them the instructions. You're supposed to just be impartial, you know what I'm saying? Like you're priming the jury by saying words like snitch, and people tend to snitch, and people tend to tell on each other, and all this. You're priming the jury, okay? You're priming the jury. That's not good. That could potentially be ground for on appeal a mistrial. That could be grounds for that. There could be grounds for that. You know what I'm saying? He messed up. I'm not even a lawyer, and I know he messed up. Also big thing, very big thing. Man, like it's a lot of jurors. It's like 10 or 12 or whatever. That's going to be hard to regulate. I believe it's 12. That's going to be hard to regulate, especially the alternates too. I think the alternates take it to 16. But the main thing I really want to get to is things like, so y'all understand going forward what this looking like. All right. So a lot of people have pled guilty, okay? And you know what I'm saying, some notable people that have pled guilty is Gunna, Slime Life Shawty, Lil Duke, Thug's brother Unfunk, Antonio Sumlin, and Walter Murphy. all accepted plea deals. All right. And then there's another 41-year-old man that also took a plea deal. Now, he brought up a good point about the indefinite suspension indefinite detention, because the detention, all right, holding them just indefinitely till they bend, till they break, that should not be okay. To hold them all without bail, like I think that's foul. I think that's ridiculous. And the only way they're getting out is a plea. The only way blonde's getting granted is a plea. That's insane. That's insane. The state had to produce zero evidence. I feel like that's kind of like a violation of the rights in a way. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like it is. I feel like it is. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. Innocent until proven guilty. I will say also I have the full list of charges as well that they're facing. That Young Thug is facing, because there was 50. What was it? 56? Yeah, I believe it was 56. I can't find it right now. But anyway, I believe it was 50. No, it was more than that. It was like 60 something counts or whatever, right? Like, and he's down to he's only facing 8. He's only facing 8 counts. So before I go further, I'm gonna tell you what he's facing. He's facing conspiracy to violate the Racketeering, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act. That one. Count 56 and 57 are participation in criminal street gang activity. So there's 2 counts of that. 1 count for possession of marijuana with intent to distribute. 1 count of possession of cocaine with intent to distribute, and that's count 59. The marijuana is 58. Count 60 is possession of cocaine. Count 61 is possession of a firearm, and count 62 is possession of a machine gun. All right. Now, here's the thing. They want to stick all those to him. Now, the problem is, I believe they're part of the evidence that got thrown out. Because they literally got that stuff illegally. So now they're trying to paint him as these counts, like the way they're setting stuff up. With my knowledge of it seems a bit like kind of effed up. I think. Now, if he did have any of those when they actually arrested him, then that stuff will stick. Like, for instance, if he had codeine on him, or if he had a firearm on him, if he had marijuana, if he had cocaine, the criminal street gang activity, they have to prove he was actually in a gang and all that other stuff, and conspiracy to violate the record. They have to prove he's first in a street gang or a gang in general organization. I do want to say this. I really do. I really do. I think I'm for freeing Young Thug. I'm for freeing all of them, right? I'm for it. However, I will say this. Excuse me. As a big but, really big but. Do not think that for a second that he could not end up in jail. Okay. If they're doing some of the things that they said they did, like for instance, there was a young man, age 14, that got killed by the gang. I'm not for killing kids. I'm not for that. I can't get behind that. If you did that, even just one, yes, one, just injured just one, all of y'all go, bye, 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 bye. I'm good with standing on that. If you got a problem with me standing on that, hey, that's you and your morals. I'm just letting you know how smooth it's getting down. I don't get behind people that's shooting and killing kids. You can go live that street life. You can do whatever you want to do, but killing kids, that's a line for me. kids deserve the opportunity to become adults. They deserve the opportunity to make their own mistakes. I don't think as adults we get to rob them of their innocence, rob them of their growth. I don't believe we have that right, because that's a violation of their rights um as human beings in general. I don't like rap lyrics being used in trial. I think that's dumb. I think that's really dumb. I think that's egregious. Especially when a lot of times, like, you have people like I forget what the name of that rapper is, but he openly admitted his bars is fake. He openly admitted he's not a gangbanger, and people still go listen to him. Like, oh no, it's fine, man. Your stuff you create is hard. So he has a persona that's a rapper, but he's not. He's not even half of the dude that he pretends to be, which is crazy. But I do appreciate him for admitting it. I wish YSL and Young Thug the best of luck. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and also to the people that saying Gunna ain't snitching, Slime Life Shawty ain't snitching, Little Dude, Funk, Antonio Sublin, Walter Murphy, saying all these dudes, including that 41-year-old, ain't snitching. Bruh, it's written on your plea deal. You're going to take that stand when you are called. And if you try and take the fifth, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to. Because guess what? It's only things that incriminate you. If they ask you a direct question about him, you got to answer it. So thank you. You folded on your boy. Thank you. You're going to put him in the dirt. Okay? You're going to put him in the dirt. You're going to put him in a jail cell. You folded on your boy. You knew what you was doing. You knew what type of lifestyle you was living. You knew what type of lifestyle you was living. It's on you, man. It's on you. And these are the consequences, and you need to deal with them. Okay? Accordingly. Unless you can prove otherwise. Yeah, but anyway, that's my piece. That's all I gotta say, man. Try and get up out of here. So yeah, next week on Tuesday, I'll be giving you the first part of the trial. I believe the trial actually starts on Monday. So you know how I did it before. The subsequent morning, boom, trial, baby. Like next morning trial, like the trial happens that day, the next morning I put out the video. So that's how that's gonna go. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. I want to thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and I will see y'all later.